In the spring of 2019, a group of experienced mountaineers set out to conquer K2, the world's second highest and deadliest peak. What began as a thrilling expedition quickly became a nightmare that no one could have predicted. By the time they reached Camp 4 near the infamous bottleneck section, a thick, unnatural fog rolled in, swallowing the trail and obscuring the crevasses below. The climbers had been tracking their progress on GPS, but the devices began to malfunction, showing impossible coordinates and disappearing markers. One by one, members of the team reported seeing shadows moving in the mist, figures that seemed to imitate them, sometimes just steps behind, sometimes feet above on the ridge. At first, they laughed it off as fatigue and altitude sickness, but deep down, an unease began to creep in. By midnight, the storm intensified. Temperatures plummeted to -40 Celsius. The team radioed base camp, only to hear static and faint whispers over the airwaves, voices that didn't belong to anyone on the mountain. One climber, Sarah, swore she saw a frozen figure on the slope, a mountaineer motionless, staring directly at her, yet when she blinked, it had vanished. The following morning, search teams discovered abandoned gear scattered along the ascent route. Ice axes planted in frozen snow, backpacks untouched, and footprints leading toward impossible cliffs that ended in sheer drops. One climber's journal was found wedged between rocks, the last entry reading, "Something is walking alongside us, mimicking our every move. Don't trust the ridge. Don't look behind." As rescuers combed the mountain, they stumbled upon a chilling scene near the summit. Bodies frozen mid-step, faces turned skyward, eyes wide open in silent terror. Some were huddled together as if seeking warmth, others standing alone as if in awe or horror at something unseen. But what truly disturbed the rescuers was that no footprints led away from these bodies. It was as if they had simply stopped existing in the middle of the climb. Experts in mountaineering and survival later speculated that the combination of high-altitude hypoxia, extreme cold, and exhaustion could have caused hallucinations and disorientation. But the climbers' journal entries, combined with reports from Sherpas and satellite images, suggest that something else might have been stalking them. An entity or phenomenon that seemed to exist only on the ridge, invisible to most, yet terrifyingly real to those who saw it. By the time the remaining expedition members were forced to descend, only 3 survived. They described seeing shadows that followed them across sheer ice walls, frozen whispers that called their names, and figures that blinked in and out of existence. Rescue teams say that even today, when climbers ascend K2 during spring, some report seeing outlines in the fog, silent figures frozen mid-step, eerily resembling those lost in 2019. Some locals call it the echoes of K2, a legend that climbers who die on the mountain are never truly gone. Their forms, trapped between life and death, wander the ice, repeating the last moments of their climb. Whether this is myth, hallucination, or something more sinister, the mountain keeps its secrets. And anyone who dares to look too closely might become part of its frozen story. In interviews after the incident, the surviving climbers avoided direct explanations, but were haunted by one shared memory: the sensation that someone, or something, had been walking with them the entire time. Not behind them, not ahead, beside them, always beside them, moving silently, never blinking, never speaking, just waiting. Today, K2 remains one of the deadliest mountains on Earth. Thousands have tried to conquer it. Hundreds have vanished without a trace. The lost climbers of 2019 serve as a chilling reminder that some places on Earth are alive in ways we cannot understand, and some heights are simply not meant to be scaled.